Well, Mrs. Vaughn, are there any questions that I can help you answer?
I don't understand. How did I get HPV? I've been with my husband for over 7 years.
Well, HPV is an extremely common virus. Most sexually active people develop it at some point in their lives. It is transmitted through any type of sex, but especially vaginal and anal sex. Most people with HPV have no symptoms, so the virus can be transmitted unknowingly. Signs might appear several years after being infected, so it's difficult to know when you might have acquired this infection.
Okay. Why do I need this colposcopy?
Well, since your last Pap test was positive for some mild abnormalities in the cells of your cervix, we'd like to take a closer look to see if there are any concerning changes on the cervix. Although the virus usually goes away on its own, HPV can occasionally cause cervical cancer. And if we see any concerning changes, we'll perform a biopsy, which means it will take a small piece of tissue and send it to be examined in the lab. The results from this lab will let us know if there are any further treatments required at this point.
Wait, cancer? Should I be worried?
Well, HPV does not necessarily mean that you'll have cervical cancer, or that you will develop it. Very few people with HPV will develop cervical cancer. It usually goes away on its own, and if we find any abnormal cells, they can be treated to prevent cancer. This type of screening is important because it can detect any changes before they develop into cancer.
Isn't there a vaccine now? Like something that could just take care of it?
There are many different types of HPV, only some of which cause genital warts and cancer. The vaccine can protect against some of those types if you have not yet been exposed to them. But it is recommended by the FDA that for women under the age of 26, you should get vaccinated. It can be given at your doctor's discretion though, so if you are interested, that's something we can discuss more in detail with the physician. I do see that you have a 12-year-old daughter, and she's at the recommended age for the vaccine. I recommend discussing that option with your pediatrician. I know that's a lot of information, but do you think we can summarize what we've gone over so far?
Yeah, okay. I think I understand. Even though HPV is sexually transmitted, it's difficult to know when you get it. And since the signs might not show up for years and men don't develop signs, which my husband has done, sounds like we could have already had it. And the colposcopy is just additional screening that might help, check out your cervix and make sure it's all good and there's no bad changes before everything turns into cancer, right?
That's right. Here you are, miss. Here's your literature.
Thank you for the information.
Some mild abnormalities. This type of screening is important because it can detect abnormalities.
Some abnormalities.
It's not just
Some
me.
abnormalities.
Mild abnormalities.
Abnormalities.
For some abnormalities.
That's right.